Hey, what's up everybody? Alf here with a little more Ultra League for you to enjoy before the format goes away. You know the team, this is the team that I've been battling with quite a bit. I find mostly positive sets with it. It's a nice, really flexible team, no XLs, because you don't really need them. Certainly helps. There's certainly Pokemon that I like to run that are XL, but the format is pretty friendly to the right team comp, so give it a try. We'll be moving on into Kanto Cup and Master League. You'll see a lot of Kanto Cup on this channel. I'm not really much of a Master League player. So that'll be my format of choice, and we'll see if we can find something fun to do there. Remember, Sandslash is a thing now, and both Sandslashes have some interesting play in this format that's really Ghost and Dark heavy, and Psychic heavy for that matter. So I hope you enjoy these battles. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. It's certainly possible we get mangled, but we'll find out. We will find out. I might just get mangled here. You never know. Walrein. Let's see if our opponent runs away. Let's see if our opponent runs away from this fight. They might. They do. Okay. Now they've baited out the Obstagoon. Unfortunately, this is our only real counter to this. So, like, if they, for example, if they want to, eliminate this, like, if there's just a Talonflame on this team, it gets a little dicey because we have to beat the Walrein with our Cress. But what I don't want to do is leave too much health for the Talonflame to farm here, free. Because we are going to need to beat it with Swampert, and there are some dicey bits to that fight, right? There are some dicey bits to that fight. It's not a super clean fight. If that's where they're going. Okay, so they're going to bring back the Walrein. We like this because, you know, ultimately, this is our best Walrein counter from a fair scenario. So being able to get in here and, like, put a bunch of damage on this thing before the Cress has to come in and fight it is actually kind of nice. Like, this is perfect because Cress is now great against this, right? Okay. So the downside for us here is that Swampert is not great against this, right? But what we'll do is, since this is on Dragon Breath specifically, I'm just going to stay in for a little bit and throw some Moonblast at it. Essentially looking right now to get it into Earthquake range, which we should be able to do here if we land a Moonblast. All right, I'll get out of there now. Like, at this point, I don't really mind. We got the debuff too, which is great. So I can sort of just ignore a lot of what it's doing. I think our Crest is going to be able to clean this up. I do want to get an Earthquake off before they switch though, because all right, well that's fine. We get to eliminate this. Right? I really would like to land an Earthquake on this. Is it worth my shield to do it, you think? I think it is. I think it is. We're also out of range of Shadow Sneak on the Cress. They need a lot to go right, and they're not doing any Shadow Claw damage to us. So, and in fact, I think I can even just stay in here and Hydro Cannon them for the win. Yeah. So. It's a fairly straightforward win for us. We don't really have to do anything too fancy there. Obviously, Obstagoon being insane against their entire team was good for us. There wasn't really anything they could have done. In fact, they probably were better off bringing the Tina in against Goon in a lot of ways. because it's just bulkier and they can farm us down with the Dragon Breaths, essentially. But what's up, Chrome? How you doing? Very, very straightforward battle for us. Nothing too fancy there. Thank you, Neophobus. Yeah, I've got, let's see, I've got 2 power-ups for you on the Grimer, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the channel points redemption. So thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're getting there. We're getting there. Gira, Obstagoon Crest. Yeah, I think just Obstagoon Crest as a combo is really good. And I think that version of it works pretty well. I do like what Swampert does against a lot of the meta, but yeah, luckily for us, Obstagoon just absolutely ran him. Absolutely ran him. Scrafty. Okay. All right. So this is like, it's not terrible because they have to respect Moonblast. Ah, but that's a good catch. You know what? They timed that really nicely. Good on them. Although there's actually a really nice thing happening here. It's 2. Which is that Talonflame can tank a Hydro Cannon from scratch. It cannot if it has damage on it. Like, they're not going to win the multi-shield here. Even if they bait me here, this is not going to work for them. And we just get to really dictate how this is going to go, right? They also Brave Birded. I think they just wanted to get the shield, but we just get to do this. And then, like, if Scrafty's the play for them, we're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on this Scrafty with Hydro Cannons before, like, they have a move. But it's going to be really difficult for them to come out of this with, like, a lot of advantage unless they foul play. And then I just get to go right back into the Crest matchup at basically even energy. There's the foul play. Or we get to go into it with, like, a shield, basically. Like, if they shield this, then, like, yeah, like, cool. They're gonna have a bunch of energy, but they're not gonna one-shot Cress. And if they don't bait me here, like, I'm not that worried. Like, yeah, you foul played me. Fun. This is a meat shield, right? We don't worry about the fact we're taking foul plays. And I'm not going to throw on time because there was likely to be a switch there. And we're going to be able to clean this up too pretty easily. And that's a concession. GG's. Okay. Yeah, like I would say that, you know, generally speaking, I hate for, like, that Moonblast to be caught, but because my Talonflame counter is Swampert, them catching that is just a really it makes that matchup easier. It cleans up that matchup, and I'm just not that worried about the Scrafty Crest matchup. It's like Obstagoon. Like, it's really hard for them to kill you, and they take so much from Moonblast that it just doesn't matter. Yeah, Alec, that's exactly correct. It's exactly correct. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think they're hoping that the catching there allows them to come back around, even if they don't have switch. And like, personally, the Scrafty is, like, Cresselia is our Scrafty counter to an extent, right? It kind of is. So it's sort of awkward, right? Where we have to just sort of figure out how to do that. And if they had caught another move, it would have maybe been a little dicey, but The comp works. It's also just practice. I've played with this comp a lot, and you just sort of get a sense for like a lot of what I do with this comp is put Pokemon in position to be closed out by something else. So like even in bad matchups, a lot of times what I'm looking to do is put stuff in a spot where Swampert can one-shot it. So like against like a Shadow Claw Tina lead, for example, I'm looking to land a Moonblast so that an Earthquake kills it, right? Or I'm looking to put Pokemon in these like positions where one of my other Pokemon can close it out, even if it's not normally a fair fight. Because you can't really, a lot of these mons, like there's things you blank obviously, but a lot of these mons struggle in some neutral fights and they become dicey. So you're trying to set it up for like, hey, can I put this in a position where one of my other mons can kill it? All right, Histo Flash, good luck, friend. Press. Bewear. All right. This has payback, right? And Shadow Claw. It's got Shadow Claw and payback. Interesting. Woof. Okay. And we got the drop. Yeah. Payback away. Like, with the attack drop, this is fine. Yeah, payback away. That does more than I would like it to. Ooh, that feels quick. That feels quick. Superpower? Lol. Right. Okay. What you got coming in? Oh, I was hoping to get one more off there. So we have a little bit of an awkward spot. They have 2 charge moves here. So that's 3. Thought that might happen. GG's. I'm like, your goal is to get shield advantage? Trevenant in the back? So, like, obviously, some combination of maybe, like, what I needed to do against the Talonflame is I needed to get at least one Psycho Cut in when it came in. So, like, I could have gotten to 2 moves. Because if we get to 2 moves there, that gets really dicey for them, right? If their Backmon had been pretty good against Obstagoon, we could have been in trouble. But luckily for us, that sort of sequenced out in a nice way. And the attack drop on Bewear was really good for us, right? The attack drop was really, really good for us. Allowed us to really just ignore Bewear almost entirely. Walrein. Let's see if they run away again. Let's see if they run away again. Boy, do people like running away from Walrein. The only downside here, just as a heads up, and something I need to consider, is that if their Backmon is Trevenant, which I think there's a good chance it is, we actually might want to sack one of our other Mons. Probably Swampert. Right? I mean, like, I don't want to play with that. I don't want to play with that being the only possible outcome here, because I do think that it's a little bit much to play the entire game with the theory that their Backmon is one that sort of blanks you. But I do think they're, whoa, that was a really awkward transition. Hey, Chrome, thank you for the resub, friend. I appreciate it. Let's see some butts in chat for the resub. Like, Talon, like, if there's a Talon in the back, which is also fairly common, We don't want to do that, right? So it's going to depend on what comes in here. There's the Talon. Okay. So it is Talonflame. Ah, yeah, they didn't throw. I thought they might throw a flame charge here, just to close me off without taking another one of those. But they're gonna go full farm down here. Full farm down here. This is very awkward for us. Do they Brave Bird here? Nope, there's the flame charge. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Because now I have to play all the way out of this from 0 shields and just like, I don't know this is going to happen. I needed not to spot them the that some of that that's not the right place to go, but sure. I do like that they threw an earthquake. I mean, they also know this, which is that they know that my Swampert has multiple charge moves. So they're just not looking to shield here, I don't think. What I'm hoping to do... Okay, that's actually shield. Okay, that's good. There's actually a whole bunch of things we can do here. Yeah, I don't think Earthquake is the right call for them. But that's fine. Okay. We just need 2 hydro cannons coming out of this matchup to an extent, which is really a dicey proposition, right? Although they just swapped back. If they get a charge move on this one and it's a Brave Bird. Oh, nope. Okay. I think I'm going to win on time here. Because the timer's about to be up. I think we win on time. We have a little more health than they do. Yeah, got him. GG's. Huh. Super close. I mean, I think maybe they knew that timer was like literally if they had just stayed, it's possible they win on that timer, but they just EQ'd us so much. Like, just as a note, chat, if you have the opportunity to throw Icicle Spear, 2 Icicle Spears is better than 1 Earthquake. It's just more energy efficient. And also, if they had done that, they could have burned like a whole bunch more clock on the Crest matchup. And then they could have basically had 2 Mons to my Swampert with 2 shields and won that game on timer. The D, you want Surf-Fetched, Regirock, Talonflame. Sorry I didn't see that until just now. I think we play for the 5-0 here real quick and see if we can get a 5-0 with this team. And then I'll give it a try. I have all of this Pokemon. But we might as well play for the 5-0. Hey, Imp. Yeah, you got a gifty earlier. We had a big gift streak earlier. I appreciate everybody for all the gift subs. All right, Crestina. All right, so I definitely stay in here long enough to land a... we're definitely looking to land a Moonblast, right? Landing a Moonblast puts them very much in a range where we can kill them with an Earthquake if we need to. Okay, perfect. I was hoping to get an attack drop. I'm also going to, because Dragon Breath is so slow, I'm going to fish for a shield as well. I haven't even thrown anything yet, so like if I can get a shield here, I'm actually pretty happy just going to Swampert. Eating as much of this as I can. And if they have like a Trevenant or something, which is a real problem for our backline, we just bait it out. They should have 2 of those. I mean, I'm going to regret this if they have, like... There's a whole bunch of Pokemon that I could regret this with, but... I think what we try and do here is just... Wow, they had 3? Ugh. Alright, I underestimated the amount of energy I spotted them. That's fine, we have to burn a shield. Oh, they just do not want to let this go, do they? Okay. And they shielded it again? Say what? This all feels very weird. This all feels very weird. I mean, to be fair, this thing has run through a lot of our team. So like I'm getting to that point where I'm a little worried that like I've just taken too much damage off this thing. But I don't really know what to make of this behavior. Okay, and Empoleon. It's possible they had nothing to come in against our Swampert, right? Like that's a real possibility. Or yeah, like maybe they had nothing for Swampert. You know, I kind of wish I mean I have to shield this, right? It's a Hydro Cannon. There's a good chance it's the strongest move coming out of anything. I wish I had not done that. They didn't have anything for Swampert or Obstagoon, and we're stuck with Crest now. I wish I had just never swapped out of that lead matchup. I'll tell you what. I don't think we can win this game. I basically like played circles around myself here, and our opponent is going to pick up a win for it. Like straight up, we just played ourselves way out of this. I expected my opponent to do some logical things there, and they did not do any of the things I expected. That's a bummer. We can win that game if we save the shield, right? I think that game is winnable if we save the shield. But I did not expect them to throw.